All right, so these were the papers that came out with the first part. And so now we're going to do some more in the same color scheme. I'm going to show you some of the tools that I'm using because I don't think I showed it properly on the first one, but there's a little trowel, I guess it looks like. This I really like because it has all these little uh, ribbing marks, and that's what made, I believe, uh, this. It makes a nice marking. So there's a lot of things that you can use around your home that has different markings. And so this one here I didn't use yet. It's just a piece of foam that I kind of cut in some pieces, so we'll see how that looks. And on the other side I have, this is actually just wallpaper or plastering tape, I guess. So I'm just going to put the paint there and see if it does a mark. There's bubble wrap too that we didn't use. This we can scratch into the paint. What else? These were for my plants that I had bought last year. I just rounded a bit at the end, and I'll scrape sometimes the paint. I like it because it's soft and pliable. And this was just glue sticks from my glue gun. Anyway, I just made different patterns, so we'll see how that works out. And then there are all these little circles like these, all different size. So yeah, so we'll see what that kind of looks like. So to continue on that same color scheme, or the palette that I had chose, which is these. This is wax paper, and I've been using little sponges. I find that that works really well. And then the rest of the paint will end up on, this is just a watercolor paper. And then I will cut this. This is my marking on the other side. So this will become a big collage. It'll be totally different when I'm done, but I'm using it to catch all the paint or put leftover paint so I don't waste any paint. All right, so I'm going to continue, and I like cutting my pages in half because if I'm doing a little book, I can just fold this and then make signatures, right? If I want to use it for one of the scrolls, I can use it this way and just keep adding. So this way I find using them in half if I'm doing grid collage, which I find is a lot easier. You're working with this type of paper or that size of paper. So I'm just going to continue. I'm going to take my piece of paper, and it's just regular photocopy paper. I don't wet my pages too much, and even if you do wet it, you can just spritz it a little bit and put it under a book if you want to press it down. These I didn't press down because I kind of like that a little bit of a rough look. It feels, to me, it feels good. All right, so I just take little pieces of tape and I'll just put in the back of the page just to kind of hold it in place a little bit, not big pieces. I recycle a lot of stuff. There. Okay, so now that I've got these ones with a lot of marking, I'm going to make some that are a little not as busy maybe, and we'll see how that works out. Okay. Just adding a bit of water to my paper and to my palette there so I can make the paint stretch a little bit longer. And instead of just dabbing like I did the last time, I was just doing like this. So I'm just kind of making more strokes, I guess. Just different. Instead of a brush, I'm just using the sponges. What I like about these is I'll rinse them off. Sometimes I forget to rinse them off. I'll end up with something like this. And if it gets too hard and I can't wash it off, because sometimes I'm just too busy, whatever. So I just cut these pieces off, and they're just sponges that you can get at the dollar store. So I find that these are quite satisfying to use. So I'm just going to make all these different marks. I'm starting with my brighter yellow or lighter color of yellow. And we'll see what this does. Add a little more water to my sponge, just so I can spread this paint all over. Here. There. So that's this color. I think I'm going to add the darker orange. And I'm just going to try making, actually I'm going to probably try it with a brush, because I want to make little swirls, but larger swirls. Oh, can't even say the word now. All right, so let's see if this works. Oop, yep, that looks good. Huh. Yeah. I kind of like that idea. Nice and different. And these would look nice on when you need papers that are maybe not as busy. So this could be one design. I can let these dry. And I'll try another piece of paper. I think that as long as it stays. And don't be worried about trying, because that's the whole point of these are not, they're just paper. It's just, you know, we have to remember it's photocopy paper, right? We are experimenting and playing. All right, so this one I will go and use I think I'll do the pink. No, I'll do the bright orange. Sometimes we change our mind. I'm just going to try to, oh, I know what I'm going to do. Let's see. Let's see if this works. Plastic. Alrighty. I'm going to try dipping my, so it's very blotchy. Well, sometimes we try things and we don't really like it. That's okay. I think I like the sponge better. We discover what we like, right? So, no, not for that one. I think I prefer doing a little dabbies. There, adding a bit more water. We'll see what this does. Alrighty. Now I want to add the pink. Just have to figure out what I want to do. Do I want to add it with a brush? I think with a brush would be fun. Like I did. I can do more swirls. And then I can This is still a light color, light pink. Do a smaller one over here. There we go. I kind of like doing the swirls, eh? Because once you fold these pages, you're going to end up with some really nice markings. So we end up with these type of colors. They're a little bit on the neutral side. They're not too loud. We can blend them quite nicely with something else. I think on this one, I'm just going to make a few. Some that nice burgundy. I'm just going to make some splatters on it just to make it different. Let's see. There. Oh, that looks nice too. Just gives it a little bit more color. So when you spray a little bit of water on it, you're getting a different effect. And if you put too much water, well, you're going to get this kind of idea, which is still good. Right? So, I'll let these dry. The worst part is running out of place of putting your paper to dry. Okay, so let me put this over here. And so now I want to do the other colors, which is the pink and the darker pink. So I'm choosing two colors. 2 or 3 colors are, for me, enough. Sometimes I'll choose some palettes like this one here. I'm going to just show you. Okay, so this is from the box Color Cube, and this one here is actually the 5th one in the box. There's 500, well, 250 per box, so I got the 2 box. But this color scheme, sometimes it's nice to choose something like this because you may not have thought of putting those colors together. And so when I did my little watercolors, you know, I'm pretty much like these ones I could use. So I could use a combination. I could use like these two. I could use this, and this, or just, you know, so there's a lot of variety of, or different ways of using them. It's just nice to have a little bit of a, I find 2, 3 colors at least, and then you can add complements after that. So a lot of the collage grids I was doing, I used a primary color and like 2 of the primary colors. So you have red, yellow, and blue. So I use like the red and yellow, or I use the yellow and the blue, and you can get quite a nice variety of colors out of them. Okay, so I can use all my paint. I'm gonna do with the pink one this time, and I'm gonna try using I'm going to try using this. So it gives me a different look altogether. You can make nice lines. There's so many ways you can use this. And it's basically the same, same idea. If you use this, you can put lots of paint, or not a lot of paint, but gives you different designs or different ways of working. Sometimes you can even use a credit card. So, what else do I have? I really like the sponge for some reason. Anyway, today is that day. Some other days it's another tool. That's the fun part. Oh, I have a little bit of yellow that got in there. But that's good. It's all part of the fun. So basically you just want to use your paint, and it's the combination of colors I find that make it. All right. So now I'm just going to try using the darker color now. And I will make my this is going to be a little bit busy, I guess. That's okay. I need some variations of all of it. But these are going to look nice, you see, when you fold them or when you cut them. Sometimes you end up with a little piece or a big piece. That makes sense. All right. And it's just paper, so don't be afraid. I mean, I may not use this one. I may use it. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. So sometimes don't be worried about making a paper that you're kind of like, ah, it doesn't really say much, right? So that's okay. You may use it for something else, or you could cover the whole thing up. So that's no problem. Now, just getting another piece of paper, and hopefully we can do like the darker color, and from that we will be able to make grids. We can make journal books, mixed media collage, So there's lots of things that we can do with our paper. So I'm going to be using these ones to make the nice scrolls that are so much fun to make. So hopefully I'll get partially done with it, and then I'll show the rest on a tutorial, I guess. All right, so I think I'm gonna see what this does. It's probably still easier with the sponge. I'm thinking the sponge works well. Oh. We'll see if my idea works or not. That's how you learn. And some techniques are more fun, and some of them are not so much fun. But because I'm using the same palette, I want to use all that paint, and then whatever's left over, I'll end up putting on that page. But so now I wanted to do one dark page and have some good contrast. And I'll be using the black. And the black, I will be using it with I really like this. Makes a nice mark. Well, let's use some of that. Okay. Now, still have some on my sponge. Going to just pause and dry this because I want to put another color on top. So, pause. Okay, so it's dry enough for me to do what I want, and I'm going to be using this with, I'm going to try the pink. See, so it's very light. That's okay. Maybe put the paint a little thicker. There we go. There you go. A little bit of leftover paint on the side. I'm just going to take this and roll it a little bit. Gives me different markings on my circles too, on my fingers. Okay. Now, what else did I like? Oh, we didn't try this. So I don't know what this one is going to do. This or this. Okay. So I'm going to try Let's see. Trying the lighter color. I don't know if it's going to do anything, but just putting in a little bit of paint on this. There's a piece of foam that I just scratched in it. And we'll see what kind of mark it leaves. If it leaves an interesting mark or maybe not. So let's see. That's different. So less is best, I guess, right? I kind of like these more so than that, but that's okay. All right. Just gives it a different look. Okay, so I could leave it like that, but I like this little orange. I'm going to see if I can just put splatters there, just to kind of tie all the colors together. I think that would be cool. There. So that, now I can do this other page in the same idea. So just with a few tools, and this one here, we can actually add some black to it, which would be really fun. Let me add a little bit of black because I've got 2 pages. So let's just do one. I'm going to try just a little bit of this. With the black. And yeah, so this gives it just a little bit of different design. And one thing we didn't try was the bubble wrap. Where are you? Bubble wrap. Oopsie. All right, so let's try a little bit of bubble wrap. All right. Oh, love it. Love it. It's even pretty when it's just faded, right? You don't have to put a lot. There. Oh, aha. We found our piece of tape. All right. So that one. So we have that. We have plain, right? And we have, let's see, this one. It's not completely dry, but we have this one. Where else? Oh, I have these ones. I could add to this one as well. And then we have our first ones that we did from the first lesson, right? So you end up with all the colors different. So it's a little bit on the busy side. And if you're doing collage, you can add these pieces of this or pieces of this one, pieces of this one, and this one. So this is like one color scheme, which is this palette here. Okay, so I didn't use too much of this creamy beige color, but I'm going to mix some of the colors together, and then I'll use another page, and so it'll all get used up. I don't like to waste the paint. Then I'll take this and turn it upside down on my other piece of paper. There. So we'll do a project using these colors so you can see what it looks like. So that'll be the next tutorial. So if you have any comments, please leave them below, subscribe, and like my channel so that I can keep doing some more tutorials for you. Thanks. Bye for now.